My name is Lindsay. I've been making costumes for about 19 years and cosplaying for about 5 years. I am a costume technician for Broadway, so I've worked on shows like Hamilton and Cabaret and Cinderella. A lot of different shows, but each one is very unique and really fun. For my work on Broadway, I'm given an assignment to make a particular costume for a show or a character, but it's dictated to me. I don't get to choose what I make. When I do cosplay for myself, it's a lot more liberating and exciting for me because I actually get to choose what I make. Last year, I found out about a costume contest at Tropic Con, which is on Long Island near where I live, and they were offering a $5,000 grand prize for the best in show. I was very excited by that challenge, and so I chose to make a costume from one of my biggest fandoms, which is Star Wars. So I made a Padme Amidala costume, and I wanted there to be a lot of intricate and difficult elements to it that would really showcase what I can do and what I can create. I spent about 2 months on that costume, and I ended up winning the $5,000. Oh yeah, I got like a glass trophy thing. Awesome. Yeah. The first Comic-Con that I went to was New York Comic-Con 2013, and I was a little bit intimidated by some of the costumes that I was seeing, and I did go to the cosplay contest, and I thought, like, one day I'm going to do that contest, and I actually have plans to do it this year. But it's every year that I've gone since then, the level of creativity and artistry has just like upped itself over and over, and it's really incredible what people are able to create. I think it's really empowering when I see women do cosplay, because from what I see at Comic-Cons, it definitely gives people more confidence. They embrace a different character and a different element of themselves. I definitely see cosplay as a form of therapy for myself in terms of getting out of my shell. I am very introverted, and my art of creating costumes is very solitary. When I put on a costume and go out in public, I do get a lot of people approaching me, wanting to take pictures, wanting to talk to me. It makes me feel like I belong to a community and that people appreciate what I've put into something. When I put on a cosplay costume, just putting it on makes me walk and feel a different way. Like, it changes my posture, it changes how fast or slow I walk. Just putting on the costume helps me embrace another character. A couple months ago, I posted pictures of my completed Handmaid's Tale costume to several fan groups online. For the most part, I got really positive feedback of how accurate it looked, how incredible I looked in it, but there were a few people who responded extremely negatively about, why would you dress as that character? That's offensive. I was really shocked by that, because it never crossed my mind that dressing up as a handmaid, people would take such strong offense to that, like I was supporting rape culture or something like that. I tried to explain my fandom and my joy of creating to them, but some characters do give off a very visceral reaction. Sometimes when I'm dressed in a cosplay, I can relate to what a character has been through. But it really depends on the character. When I dress as a handmaid, I do feel a little bit insecure, like people are looking at me and wondering what I'm thinking or what I'm believing, especially with how it seems to relate so strongly to politics these days. It's very difficult because I don't consider myself an actor, but I've heard from many actors that just putting on the costume helps create the character. Every time I've gone to a Comic-Con, I have seen the sign at the entrance saying cosplay is not consent. And I'm very glad that they have that, and I hope people follow that. But you do get people coming up to you and touching you and asking for photographs. And generally, I don't personally have a problem with it, but I can understand why certain people would. Especially when people are wearing cosplays that are more revealing. My family has always been like my biggest fans and supporters. When it came to me doing art in general, me majoring in technical theater, going to Broadway, they instantly wanted to go see shows that I worked on. And then when I transitioned to cosplay, they were extremely supportive. And I did get my husband into cosplaying with me. He had never done it before. I made him the Anakin Naboo refugee costume. It's got like the vest with the like patterns on it. So I created that one, and we both ended up joining Rebel Legion last year, which is the international Star Wars costuming organization. What I hope for in the future of cosplay is it's mainly just continuing to grow, continuing to become more and more inclusive, because I go to conventions and I see people of all different cultures and backgrounds and different genders, and just sharing their fandoms. Everyone can just have fun and not worry about anything else in the world. I hope it continues to advance in that direction. I would probably have ended up going into forensics because I find crime shows and stuff like that really fascinating. But although I was terrible at science in school, so I'm glad I didn't attempt that. But I mean, costuming is so much a part of my life, my work, my play, that I can't imagine not doing it.
So what you're saying is if you can't do costuming, there's going to be dead bodies?
I will say nothing on camera. I got one person who knows my background ask me if I had chosen to do Handmaid's Tale because of my fertility problems that I've been going through. And if I chose that as some outlet because I have had multiple miscarriages. And honestly, it had never even crossed my mind, but once they mentioned it, it really got me thinking, like, did I subconsciously relate to these characters and choose to do this cosplay because of what I've gone through? I don't know the answer to that, but I still enjoy doing that cosplay and what I've created.